Hi, it's Mrs. Sullivan here. I just wanted to reach out again to the families that I support and give them some information on some of the best ways to improve handwriting. So it may sound a little counterintuitive when I say that using paper and pencil to improve your handwriting skills might not be the best way. So I want to talk about a couple of my favorite activities to help kiddos improve their handwriting. So some of the reasons why your handwriting might be poor at this time is because of weak shoulder and wrist stability. Another reason might be due to your poor kinesthetic awareness of your letter formation. So understanding how to move and which way your pencil might be moving in the right directions and ways to move it. Okay, so focusing on strengthening your shoulder and your wrist stability is one way to improve handwriting. And some of the ways that you can do that is by working on a vertical surface. So what that means is utilizing a slant board or bringing the work up to you. So this puts you in the optimal position to be able to engage your abdominal muscles and help with your posture, and it helps you to be able to stabilize your shoulder. So you can just move your arm. So if you have weak shoulder stability, sometimes you'll see kids moving their whole body when they're coloring a picture or they're doing their handwriting, when really we want this to be nice and strong so you can just move this part of your body when you're writing. So working on a vertical surface, bringing things up, it helps with your visual skills. You're able to see your work a little bit better. It improves your pencil grasp and skills, and it helps you further develop and refine your visual motor skills. So some of the ways that you can do this are using a chalkboard. I love utilizing chalkboards. If you don't have one at home, that's okay. Really taking a really large piece of paper and taping it up on the wall or the fridge for a space for the kids to color or practice writing. Even painting. Being able to strengthen your core and your shoulder by up and down movements using a paintbrush. This is a really good strengthening activity. Just drawing pictures on a vertical surface. I had another person suggest to me using dry erase markers on a window or a sliding glass door. That's your vertical surface. It's already upright in front of you, and being able to draw on it or color are great suggestions. Another activity would be maybe have the adult write all of the letters on of the alphabet on a vertical surface, and the adult can call out one of the letters. The child can find it and then trace the letter. So put their finger or their writing tool on the top of the letter and tracing the letter to help improve that kinesthetic awareness and just to be able to work on that vertical surface. Honestly, taping coloring pages up on the wall forces you to be in that plane that we want you working in, to move against gravity, to kind of with your own body to color in pictures. Moving, changing your position. So perhaps you have a really large piece of paper on the wall or fridge, wherever you decide if you're going to work at a window. First practice in sitting, then change your body and move into kneeling. And then maybe you're in the half kneel position with one knee up and one knee down, and then you come into standing. So draw a picture in each and every single one of those positions. Even activities, if you don't want to use your crayons or markers or pencils, just be able able to use a spray bottle on a window and wiping down that vertical surface is really engaging all of the muscles that we want you engaging to increase the strength in your core and in your shoulder. All right, so here's some other examples of activities to practice handwriting without using a pencil. So you've probably seen writing in sand. So being able to have a tray or a small container or a flat dish that there's sand or dirt or maybe even shaving cream. Maybe you only have oatmeal in your house, just some kind of covering where you can lay it out and you can practice drawing the letters in. You can try rice, beans, sand, hot chocolate powder, just anything to kind of cover a cookie sheet and practice doing your letters in there. I love using a paintbrush and water and doing it either laying down and prone on the sidewalk or up on a piece of paper. If you are using water and a paintbrush, it will dry, but some writing on cardboard. If you don't have a chalkboard, painting water on a chalkboard, or using a sponge on the chalkboard to see the letters and then watch them vanish is a great activity. Shaving cream, I love to use in a tray, but also on the wall in the shower. Being able to bring it up to that vertical surface and spray shaving cream either on the side of the tub or on the wall in the shower and practice tracing those letters. Kids will love it. Really encourage them to use one finger, their pointing finger, to do their letters, always starting at the top. And don't forget numbers and shapes too. So some of your kiddos are maybe just starting with the pre-writing developmental strokes. So you want to see them drawing, horizontal, vertical lines, making a cross, making diagonal lines, eventually making an X. Circles, squares, and triangles come later, but practice those if you're there. Using everyday household activities to encourage letter formation would be, whatever they're having for snack. Maybe they're putting their Cheerios into the shape of the letter A, or maybe you have raisins or mini marshmallows, some pasta, nuts, chocolate chips even, to practice writing the letters of the alphabet. If you have stickers at home, sometimes I like to put a sticker at the top of the page and have that mark their starting point. So if they're working on writing their name, you put one sticker at the top where they start their letters to remind them to always start their letters from the top. Or even just taking stickers and putting them on the piece of paper in the shape of a letter using the right formation. If you have small manipulatives at home, Legos, blocks, you can always create letters and numbers and shapes with all those small toys. If you have pipe cleaners, you can try to bend, or if you don't have pipe cleaners, maybe you have some string or yarn at home that you can try to make letters, and that works on all your fine motor skills as well. So I hope this was some good information, and that if you did take the time to watch it all, I appreciate it. But just to kind of reframe some of our focus around handwriting, and that it's not always the best way to approach and correct handwriting mistakes or difficulties by drilling paper and pencil, writing and tracing the letters over and over. We really need to get to the root of the problem and strengthen your posture, your core, your shoulder, and your wrist stability, and then learn that formation and develop more of a kinesthetic awareness of the shape of the letters and the movement that it takes to create the shape by using small manipulatives and things like, writing in sand or using water to paint. I hope this was helpful. I know handwriting is can be difficult for some of our kids and they get really frustrated for it. So I always like to encourage you to use a fun approach and the just right challenge. So no one should be frustrated by these activities. They should be fun and enjoyable while children are still learning as some of these activities take place. All right, I miss you all. Take care. Bye.